They sound like the stuff of science fiction, but a paralysed man from Arizona has had a microchip implanted in his brain that allows him to control a computer with his thoughts. Nolan Arbor was injured in a diving accident, but now, after years of being totally dependent on others, Nolan says his life is transformed.
Welcome back, everyone. We've all seen movies like The Matrix, which show characters who can blur the line between man and machine. In our current reality, some are on the same journey, putting technology inside of their bodies with microchips. But how high are the risks, and what are the rewards? And what could this mean for our collective future?
In an instant, Nolan's life changed, and the most basic tasks were not doable.
You just have sort of no control, no privacy, and it's hard. And you just have to learn that you have to rely on other people for everything.
But 8 years on, Nolan became the first person to get this brain device from Neuralink, a US neurotechnology firm whose founder is Elon Musk.
I just imagined the sensation or what it might look like to wiggle my fingers, something along those lines, and I could get the cursor to move. Now I could actually control my computer with just my thoughts.
A handful of other companies have also developed and implanted similar chips. So how do these brain chips work?
The device is sitting in the motor region of the brain. It's picking up when someone's thinking about like tapping their fingers. It can create what we call a digital motor output. And that's what's being used with a computer directly to click on things.
Back in Arizona, Nolan hopes his brain power means a fulfilling future.
When you guys come together every year, what is the big wish list item that you all hope to one day make?
The thing everyone wants is Neuralink. It's frustrating because it's out there, but we don't know how it's built. So if Elon was willing to open source all of his stuff like we do, that'd be great. It works on the premise that your brain's electrical signals can interface with a computer's electrical signals. That is the dream. That is the Johnny Mnemonic, everyone's favorite movie in biohacking.
Upload begins when you press here.
Or uploading information like in The Matrix.
What was it? I know Kung Fu.
There's definitely potential.
In real life transhuman hacker himself, Len No joins us. Len.
Thank you for having me.
I've got a quick question to just kick things off. Why?
Well, that is that's usually the big question. It actually started with the concept of why not? Okay. So, to be honest, this was more of a progression. You don't live a pretty normal, vanilla life and then just wake up one morning and say, wow, today's the day I'm going to start shoving microchips in my arms.
Yeah.
So for me, it was more of a progression. I started with tattoos, got into standard body modifications, piercings.
Standard
augmentation.
I've got a tattoo. Does that mean I'm going to get chipped up?
Well, that depends. You know, if you're fortunate enough to get it, you never know.
Oh my! What can you run us through your setup? Is that the right?
What are the specs?
Yeah, what are the specs? What implants do you have?
I'm one of the few people that actually comes with my own hardware list. So this would actually be the largest one.
Whoa. That looks like a Jats cracker. Is that right?
It does. What is it?
This is an NFC and RFID implant. So this allows me to actually interface to the same technologies on your cell phones that you use to tap to pay with. I can also use it to get into physical restrictions like your badging system in this beautiful building. I could skim one of your cards, write it down to one of my implants, and just walk up and open the door.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
But when you say that, right, so if you skim the card, then how are you entering that
I need an additional tool, but most of the time I can get away with just...
When you say additional tool, you mean a computer?
No, most of the time I mean my cell phone. I can actually program these on the fly.
Really? Sorry, so what you're saying is you can walk into a secure building, like, say, this one, and just find your way in.
Yep.
With your cell phone and your
I wouldn't bring the cell phone with me.
You just do that just by
I would skim the card. Like, hypothetically, you have amazing staff here that are just lovely people, but I've watched them sit there and badge in. If I was able to skim one of those cards, I would leave this building, write it down to one of the implants, leave all of my cell phones, all my electronics outside, and I would basically walk into your building.
Okay.
If I was caught, the fact that these are inside my body actually gives me protection under medical privacy laws to the point where the authorities can't even ask me about them.
Oh, we need to change those laws. Okay, but hang on. Okay, right. All right, okay. I get this. I get you saying you're using it for good.
Yes, sir.
What I don't get is why any human should be allowed to have that capability.
Well, the ability for self-experimentation, it goes all the way back to Isaac Newton. So a lot of the greatest medical benefits that we've actually have in the modern age were originally started by people experimenting on themselves.
But I do believe that we are very early in that science. We are still learning about how the brain works in general. So the idea that a brain-computer interface, something that you would implant into the brain, can reveal these benefits, I think it would be really difficult because there's so much that we don't know.
When it comes to Neuralink, though, at the grassroots level, the level where the grinders are, there's a lot of concern about putting something inside the brain that will be collecting information directly from your body in such an intimate way. That technology being owned and operated by some kind of external entity is a source of profound concern.
I feel like the first people that can afford implants are going to be the millionaires. And a lot of the reason why the grinders do what they do is so that the technology can be for everyone.
Grinding and biohacking is so invested in the DIY model because it puts the technology and the information in the hands of the makers to share their vision of the future.
I genuinely believe that a lot of what's going on here helps trans people, disabled people, elderly people in the rest of the world, because we're thinking about, okay, what is it like when your body isn't working the way it's supposed to?
I'm trying to do blood glucose using vibrations with a small passive implant. This is the bleeding edge. People taking their own autonomy into their hands and moving biomedical science and engineering forward.
This is the place where you can show up and have some wacky idea and someone will go, no, actually, we can make that real and we're going to do it now.
What do you say to those people who might think this is insane?
To someone who thinks it's insane, I would probably say, just come hang out with us for a bit. I bet you any money by the end of the weekend you're going to leave with a microchip.
Again, back to the first, but why?
Well, if you go into some high security areas in governments and organizations, they will actually tell you that you have to leave your electronics in a locker before you go in. I would be able to then walk through restricted locations with technology that are actually actively pinging out for other network devices, potentially trying to auto-attack devices that it finds.
You're Batman.
Yeah.
Closer to Cyborg.
Okay, well,
both in the DC universe, I'll take it.
I don't know whether I'm scared, impressed,
we don't
both.
know,
It's
but you're
wild.
intriguing.
Yes.
But if I may answer your question from before, to protect yourself against this, most of the attacks against mobile devices can be solved by simply turning off that NFC. The problem is, as a society, we push towards the use of contactless payments, trying to use our cell phones. But that is the same technology that I can take advantage of. So to
cash.
Cash.
Go back to cash.
Len has a book coming out called Human Hacked, My Life and Lessons. As the world's first augmented ethical hacker, would you please, thank Len No.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, shalom, shalom, yashallah. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and infinite praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Warash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Lord scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. May Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Warash, Barak Thum, to use the Quanium, Wa'akim, Wa'kwaf, and the elders, you brothers, you sisters, to hopefully elect out their labor and keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure, and of course keeping faith in Heavenly Father Yahweh and his beloved Son, our Lord and our Savior and our King, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, in these last days and these perilous times that we are living in. This brother Pashai Bon Yashallah, this be a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai on the Charagma of the beast will be implemented mandatorily in the very near future, man. All right, it's already here, and it will be rolled out very soon. All right, we understand Esau's playbook through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. We know he deals with order and chaos, so prepare for a chaotic event to take place, and then the solution will be this technology. All right, because even right now they're trying to make it seem so convenient. Okay, tap and go, and those as paraplegic, quadriplegic, whatever, these different palegics can't walk. You're paralyzed, and you're almost or dependent on people to take care of you. But now you're able to access the internet with just your mind and your thoughts. Able to play chess with your friends and pals. So you're trying to they're deceiving a lot of people. All right, so there's a large sum of people that's willing to take this technology within their brain and also within their hands. All right, and this is the biblical prophecy known as the mark of the beast. All right, we know the beast is the system. Okay, the Roman Empire is being revised through the New World Order. All right, beast, of course, is NATO EU. All right, but they have a system that is setting up a New World Order, that they're setting up a one world government that they're trying to implement. And there's a lot of infighting within the Illuminati, and these elites on who's going to spearhead this system. Okay, so we see Donald Trump, okay, America being a whore in biblical prophecy that rise upon that beast. We see Donald Trump, and he has his right hand or his left hand man, Elon Musk, and he's heavily pushing this technology. Okay, he's putting the chips within people's brains. Okay, one of the what's the dude name? Nolan. Okay, you got a dude named Nolan who basically got already within his head. Okay, I think his name is Nolan. What's his last name? Just clown. All right. One of many clowns, one of many idiots. Nolan Aubrey or Arba, whatever. All right, he said he woke from a surgery that changed his life. All right, yeah, changed your life. You're no longer connected, if he's an Israelite, with the Heavenly Father. Okay, you're unrecognizable. All right, you're a direct enemy. Okay, you chose your God. Because this man Esau Edom has a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. Look at that priest of Thessalonians. Just be not too long. I'm just going to roll through the Spirit. First Thessalonians, the second chapter, or is it, I think it's Second Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, right? Straight to the point. In verse 4. Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means. So even right now, it's a lot of deception going on. It's a lot of false prophets out there that's not even bringing this information out. They're not going into these videos. All right, this is something major that's happening within the world right now as we speak. And a lot of these different camps, all right, are not even talking about this. Okay, when this thing get brought up, they're silent. Like, why is that? It's strange. Okay, some are too prideful to admit they was wrong. All right, and some just straight up sold out. And some are just stupid, man. Just being honest. There's no way you can't see this. This has to be something major within biblical prophecy, because it deals with technology going through your fucking head, your skull, linking you with fucking technology, man. You'll be able to buy and sell with just a wave of your hand. Don't you see the system already around you set up to, prepare the minds of the masses for this type of technology? Tap and go. See, right quick. In New York City, for example, I wasn't allowed for this, but they had tokens at one point for the MTA. All right, for the MTA, the subway system, you had to use tokens. Then after that, Metro cards. Okay, now it's OmniPay. See, you still use your Metro card, but people mainly just tap their phone, tap their credit card, debit card, their Apple Watch, and go. What is that gearing people's minds for? To just scan their hand, man. Okay, they got palm scanners at Whole Foods. Okay, they're gearing everyone's minds for this, man. And it's, like I said, through the Spirit, it's gonna take an event, a major event, Order Ab KO. It's gonna trick billions of people to take this, man, because they're gonna just want to go back to some form of normalcy. All right, and their minds already used to just swiping and going. So that's why, the Lord set up his prophets to warn about this technology, man. All right, this is the Charagma. That's the Greek word for mark in Revelation 13 chapter of the system of the beast. And they'll make it mandatory that you have to take it. If not, we don't know who you are. We gotta identify you. But it's not only just be, currency. It's gonna be your ID. There'll be no more state IDs, driver. Everything will be within that chip. That's you got the one of the root words is grapho for the word mark in Revelation 13 chapter. The word grapho means the writings. What writings? Your data. The grapho sounds like graph to me. What's held in the graphs? Data. Right? So that'd be your background information, your identification, okay, your social security number. You see, your whatever's on you're gonna have your own personal ID number, your wallet within there, your bank account information. All right, all of that, your job, occupation, that's all gonna be within that device. So, people don't understand. See, that's what the brothers speculate through the spirit, understanding that the hand part deals more with that part. The forehead part is literally just tying you in to be a fucking robot, man. To be fully controlled by this devil, because that's what people don't realize. If you're able to send signals to the computer, because they connected electric signals to your brain signals or whatever, and you're able to send those signals to a computer to move the mouse in the computer without moving at all, play chess and do whatever, then what about someone else on the other end sending signals from that computer to your brain, sending thoughts in your head? All right, pick up that gun, cock it back, put it to your brain, and your ass is through. You see, through. And the brother SHAQADAN mentioned a dream some woman had, and she saw it. People that took the Charagma of the beast, the mark, it was a demon tied behind it as well. All right, and basically they lost themselves, man. And the Mosai, I forgot exactly what was said, but those that take it, the Mosai will never be with them, man. They totally severed that connection. Let's read the 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come except to come a falling away first. All right, understand we have to fall, during 70 AD, and even on down to us falling from our nationality. I prophesied in the book of Jeremiah as well, I think 17 verse 4, how thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. All right, so we all fell away, all right, from who we were. Reading on, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the son of destruction, because he's made to be destroyed. You so Edom. All right, he's being revealed here in these last days. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called God, as Esau Edom for you, man. He has a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. So he wants to sever your connection with the Heavenly Father, and in doing so, spark a connection between you and him. All right, within his technology. So spark a connection between you and his technology, which he'll be able to control. You see? He's a demon, man. It says, well, that is worshipped. He wants to be worshipped. Okay? And, I'm thinking about a lot of different, TV shows, movies. Of course, one that comes to mind is Implanted. Another one called Upgrade. I even thought about an old movie I watched when I was a child. It was a SpongeBob movie. When Plankton had the chum buckets and on everyone's head, everyone get a free chum bucket. With every meal. And he stole the recipe and shit. Long story short, he ended up pressing a button and all that, and that shit controlled everybody, made them fucking zombies. Or made them mind control. All right. So Esau gonna do the same thing with this. It's deceiving a lot of people, and a lot of them gonna take it, get experimented on, and next thing you know, they finished. Right. Let's read on. It says, so that he as the Mosai sitteth in the temple of the Mosai, show himself that he is the Mosai. And the temple now is the body of the third temple is the elect, which the Lord won't allow him to infiltrate, and grape, seize and take his woman, his elect, his bride. Right? Because guess what? The elect gonna cry out. Esau come down trying to, seize and then try to, pierce us with his fucking technology, man. We're gonna cry out to Yahweh Bashim Mashah, he gonna deliver us. But those that don't cry out, they're finished. That's in the law, Deuteronomy 22nd chapter, a literal law. But you know, if you don't cry out, you know, and you get down with it, you're gonna get put to death, man, because you're the most sized woman. Talking to the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans. All right, but jumping down to verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall thy wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is at the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, man. These are all power, signs, and lying wonders. He do have power on the left-hand side. That technology is crazy, man. Linking your brain with technology is insane. You're able to really control things with your mind. And I'm not talking about things, I'm talking about things within a computer system, because they want to have everyone connected to a global computer system. All right? Mindless zombies and shit, man. People are going to be through. And they're going to use celebrities. They're going to use pastors and preachers and even some Israelite leaders that's under charters to push this device when it comes out like it's safe and effective. All right? Like it's not the mark of the beast. They're going to try to deceive you. And they're already deceiving a lot of clowns that's taking it right now. You know, we can help you. We can save you, man. Trust me, we can help you out. That was in the movie Upgrade, man. You know, there was the AI tied behind that shit too, and ended up taking over, controlling his body. You know? But verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So those out there that are not receiving the love of the truth, they're not going to make it, man. All right? They're not hearkening to the words of the prophets, to start with the men of, you know, great millstone, apostles, bishops, elders on down, to like-minded brothers through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. People won't get destroyed, man. All right? They're gonna perish because they're going to get down with this thinking they're going to, you know, try to justify it in their mind. I mean, but, you know, I don't know if this, it can't be them. All right? Maybe I could take it and just pull it out. No. It literally connects, you know, with your tissue. It connects with you, man. You know, to take it out, you got to chop your hand off. And if you do, even if you do that, it's over. You already made that decision. It's all spiritual, man. Okay? That's like, for example, that's like, you know, in the ancient world, right? When we was like under, you know, fully under the law, meaning we didn't have a grace period like we have right now. You bow to another God, man. And you're going to be like, Lord, I could get back up. I could just get back on my feet. I didn't mean to bow to him. I just kneeled. Matter of fact, those that even I kneeled to Nebuchadnezzar's image. That's a spiritual thing. They physically kneeled on the floor. They could be like, I could dust my knees off. I get back on my feet. I'm sorry, Lord. Nah, nigga, put that nigga, that's idolatry. Put that nigga to death. Those are sins worthy of death. So you put that chip in your hand, and then you try to chop your hand off or whatever, dig in your head to take it out. You're still going to put to death because you did it. you made the decision to get down with the system, man. You call Esau your God, even if for a fucking second. And now you're through. Right? Let's read on. It says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Like, this is your best interest at heart. Trust me, it's just the latest technology. You know, it's just currency. Don't worry, it's nothing, man. It's none of that mark of the beast stuff. And people gonna believe that big ass lie. All right, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. And that's all the 2/3 wicked heathens, all of them, man. You see, and this is, like I said, this has been not too long because, you know, starting with the apostles, elders on down, and brothers been breaking this down for decades. The mark of the beast, man. Okay, but let's read Revelation 13 chapter, verse 16 through 18. Then we'll get Revelation 14 chapter, and not really be it. It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. The Greek word right there for mark is charagma, which means an imprinted mark, like a mark stamped upon the horses. Right? And then you got the root word for charagma, which is charax, all right, which is basically the delivery system, all right. It goes to like a palisade. You look that up. It's like them sharp wooden points, like wooden logs with sharp points at the end that you make in trenches, right? What does that look like in today's terms? A syringe. Remember, that's what it's talking. The system of delivering that charagma to you. The grapho, which is the root word for charax, the grapho means the writings, which is the data that's all the information within the Charagma, within the mark, within the chip, the RFID microchip, the NFC chip, the Neuralink, the brain-computer interface, right? So you got to go to the root words, man. Understand what it's talking about. It says in their right hand or in their forehead. The Greek word for forehead is metapon. Metapon. That's where you have Mark Zuckerberg, which is, he's really I think it's either a Rockefeller. I remember these Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon. He has to be. They're all related to these top banking in some way, somehow. Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, it says Mark Zuckerberg. Real name is Jacob Greenberg, and he is the grandson of David Rockefeller. Right? It says Zuckerberg in German is Sugar Mountain. Their clandestine word for Facebook, no doubt, a mountain of information from which they can extract billions. The Rothschilds own nearly 10% of all Facebook shares, and Facebook was founded with $500 million from the CIA-owned bank, which is not a secret, right? So now they're changing Facebook. They bought Instagram. They got something called Threads, okay? And they changed it to Metaverse, a Metapon. The forehead, the space between the eyes, your brain, your consciousness. All right, that's what they want control over. Trying to understand this devil, man. All right, but jumping down, reading on down, verse 17 now, Revelation chapter, and that no man might buy or sell if he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, so if you don't have the mark, the the number, which is ultimately the system he's setting up, and the solidifying factor that you get down with that system is taking that Charagma, that device, right? You're not gonna be able to buy or sell without it. If you can't buy or sell, I mean, you can't be a part of society. That's all society is, buying and selling. All right, purchasing houses, paying rent. All right, to have a business, you're selling the products, you're selling things. All right, to fund your living. To be able to pay for your buy your house and have a car, put food on the table, right? Buy herbs and medicine, water to drink. You still charge for everything, water, and the water that's free. It comes like your faucet. That shit comes from the nasty ass sewer. That shit is filthy. Or type of lead. All right, so even the waters and plastic is horrible, but you still got to pay for water, pay for fruits, pay for a lot of different things that should be grown naturally in certain areas. But guess what? You don't own land. You can't dig a well. There's a lot of things you just can't do. So Esau made a system where you rely on him. So now he's going to take everything away. And for you to get that back, you got to take this device. And if you don't, you're outcast. Figure it out yourself. How you going to survive? You see? And that's why the scripture say what in that book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter, that we're not going to rely on him that smote us, but we're going to stay upon the Holy One of Israel, man. All right. Verse 18. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number 666, chi, sty, stigma, and the word for stigma gets deep, man. All right, it means to stick, to prick. All right, and it's like the let me just type it in and read it right quick. And I'll just read it. Let me put it on the screen. If not, it's fine. I'll just read it. All right, so you got kastai, stigma. Stigma from the primary stizzle to stick, i.e. prick, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master, all right, or commanded, branded, or prick cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with a token of their gods. And it says, Strong's G7, Strong's G4742 in the following manner, mark. You cannot make this up, man. You see? So it's a physical thing. It's not nothing spiritual. Oh my goodness, man. All right. But now you get the 14th chapter, and I'll end it off. Revelation 14 verse 9. It says, verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, is fallen. So once you understand that this place, America, Babylon the Great, this whole system, everything is destined to fall, how you gonna take that shit to live in it a little longer? It makes no sense. See, people not used to catching hell, going through tough times. They want everything easy. You know, they want everything to be convenient. See, the Lord is preparing our minds for the hour of temptation. You know, and of course, when we think about it, you're like, nah, this shit gonna get bad, man. Hold up. Because you can look around and see your couch, your bed, running water. That could be hot water. You know what I'm saying? You got heater in the winter, AC in the summer. You know, you look around, you're like, damn, hold up, man. You know, you're kind of comfortable. But, you know, you're not. You still catch hell, of course. But you look around here, you know? But Esau, which is the Heavenly Father, ultimately, using through Esau, go take all of this away. But the Lord already preparing our minds for that. But the majority of the people, their minds are not prepared for that. So they, like, even the small prelude, which was the Vanessa that they stuck in everyone's arms, you know, a lot of people gave in. Why? Because you couldn't go to the gyms. You know, you're losing your jobs. You couldn't get a job. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't go to the restaurants. All right? There's a lot of things being taken away from people, and they got down and took it. And now they all fucked up. A lot of people died from that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got diseases and heart complications because of it. And a lot of y'all, most of y'all sterile. There's something wrong with each one that took that thing. You know, you're sterile. You can't even bear no more children, man. Okay? So that was a prelude to this. And then also what's within that, Vanessa, we all believe plays a part in this technology as well, because it was technology in that. Nano, particle, type of things, man. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but yeah. Brothers did the videos on it and brought up the information. But let's end it off. Revelation 14 and verse 8 from the top. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixing to the cup of his indignation, which is what? The destruction. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. That's upon Yahushua's second coming. All right? And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. It's not talking about hell where you burn forever. All right? But that smoke will burn for a long duration of time, but that'll be a monument. Like, so we're going to Sodom, the fire, the everlasting fire. You know what I'm saying? That's not literally everlasting, but you look at the remains of that ancient 5 cities, right? What remains is sulfur balls and dust and things of that nature, where nothing could grow over there. That's a memorial. And even us reading about that fire, you know, it's lasting forever, because we still read about it today. All right. So this destruction that's going to take place in America, Babylon the Great, will last forever because it'll be talked about. Okay. It will be a monument of wickedness and what happens to wickedness. Okay. What happens to evil. Understand this, man. So those that take the mark of the beast, you're basically saying you belong to Esau Edom. All right. You believe he's your God. You trust in and believe in his system. And you trust and believe in the whore. All right, so you're gonna burn with the whore. You're gonna burn with the beast. You're gonna burn with this system. All right, that's for those out there that take that Charagma, the beast, man. All right, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. All right, because you're on down, it goes to those that die in the Lord, because you're gonna have a lot of martyrs, things of that nature, for not getting that, because they're gonna make this thing mandatory, man. You're gonna start off with, listen, take this, this best. Then they're gonna straight up, man, let's take you chopping your heads off, man. You know, it's gonna get crazy. But hey, this is biblical prophecy, and the Lord preparing our minds, gearing us for this time. All right, so Lord willing, something quick, edifying, man. There's a lot of prophecies going on around the world right now. I just want to tackle this. One of the most major prophecies is this right here. So we gotta always bring this out and warn the flock to do not take this, no matter what. No matter if you're facing death, no matter if you're threatening your loved ones, no matter saying you're not gonna be able to work, you're gonna lose your house. Fuck it all. Fuck it. I ain't taking that shit, man. You out of your goddamn mind. That spirit we gotta remain in. So pray to remain in that spirit. Okay? So all praise Yahweh, Bashim al-Shah, Bashim al-Khalaq, that's the honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations. Tell us God of the broad, pushing his truth in sincerity. With that, I'm C. Shalom, Shalom.